buildings, shops, and restaurants. People and traffic. A street is the heartbeat of a city. Here a door opens on local life. History is brought into the present. Travelogue takes you on a tour of the streets of some of China's towns and cities. Travel with Travelogue.
And you open the door and you step inside. We're inside our hearts. Now imagine your pain itself is a white ball of...
Hi, Sam. Microwave and heat it for 3 minutes.
I don't think so.
Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes. Working jobs we hate, so we can buy shit we don't need.
This is your life, this is your life, this is your life, this is your life. Doesn't get any
Often
better
raised
than
on
this.
television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock
I don't
stars.
think so.
But we won't. Slowly learning like that.
Once content to be the little shy sister of Guilin, only an optional stopover along the Li River, Yangshuo today has grown up, claiming his own identity as a tiny global village with a bohemian atmosphere. Gorgeous natural scenery, exciting outdoor activities, great food, and rowdy nightlife, which naturally attracts more and more like-minded people.
That's the West Street. Whatever you do, you end up here.
Renowned as the East Village of China, the famous West Street is surprisingly tiny. There's a pervasive sense of hedonism here. The random multicultural influence left behind by backpackers passing through from all over the world since 1980s, combined with the local southern China village charm. West Street is a familiar yet exotic place for both foreigners and Chinese alike. That's the best time to roam around is still in the morning or early afternoon, when the streets aren't so crowded.
The best thing about West Street is it's different at every hour. And my favorite time is, of course, the afternoon coffee time. Perfect spot sitting here, enjoy the sun, and the pleasure of people watching. And being watched, of course.
It's not in the shops, but in the coffee houses and B&Bs on the street, where you can find the true spirit of West Street in full bloom. East meets West. Conversations run elbow to elbow between smiling locals and travelers dirty and dusty from a hike. Over a cup of coffee, a slice of pizza, a bowl of rice noodles, or, most likely, a local beer.
Yes.
Make a game.
What game?
I speak in different language, say hello, and then you guess which language is it.
Okay, sounds great. Go.
So, first one I start from
Hello.
hello.
Okay, English.
That's easier.
One.
Okay, for bonjour.
Bonjour.
Allez-vous?
French.
French.
Okay, two.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Allah Gadad. Thai.
Yeah. No.
No. Malay.
No.
What is it?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Thai is Sabalika.
Sabalika, four. Okay. And then what else? Arigato. Okay. 5 years.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Okay, Italian. Now we have 7. Keep going.
Menu.
Menu? Like pretty girl in Chinese. Scottish.
Any more to go?
And I buy you a beer.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Akhalam.
Arabic. 14. Last one.
Ni hao, Chinese.
Okay, you
Okay.
won. You won.
Cheers.
I buy you a beer.
You get a beer. Very good.
Well done. Impressive.
Of course, what initially attracted travelers from all over the world wasn't Yangshuo's worldliness, but its unique local country charm and stunning scenery. And the best way to experience it is taking a bike tour around the town.
Don't you think they look like blood veins throbbing with life and energy? Could you imagine this life of more than 1,400 years old?
The 1,400-year-old banyan tree is a symbol of longevity and is also seen as a symbol of eternal love.
What adorable couple. Many strong minority young couples come here for the beautiful dating sceneries. Also because the big yan tree of 1,400 years old can bless them everlasting love. We don't know if that love will last that long, but at least for the time being, a very enviable couple.
Let's not forget what the Zhuang said about life and love. It's not how long it lasts that counts. China's own Romeo and Juliet story, the butterfly couple of Liang Zhu, is inspired by these creatures that live no more than a month. The Butterfly Spring Park, Hudiequan Park, is only a few minutes bike ride from Banyan Tree Park. It's the biggest butterfly farming and research center in China. During summer months, more than 70,000 butterflies of various kinds play out short-lived yet passionate love dramas here every day. Yangshuo has become world-renowned for its rock climbing scene. The National Rock Climbing Festival is held here annually. Most climbing routes are on easily accessible peaks close to the road and usually within a short bike ride from town. Climbing clubs around West Street are all run by China's rock climbing pioneers. I met my guide Qiu Jiang on West Street when he was slouching in the afternoon sun, because I didn't expect he could ballet dance on the rock this gracefully. Most established routes in Yangshuo have been bounded, and currently there are about 300 established routes in 5.9, 5.10, or 5.11 grades. But as a first-timer, these difficulty scale figures mean nothing to me. What I need is a very steady rope and a very reliable coach.
30秒钟给我一个简短课程。
那就是
注意事项，说来听听。
首先，第一就是不要往后看。
不要往后看。
对，不要管你身上的这根绳子。
Never think about the rope. 不要想绳子，为什么呀？
因为绳子只给你做保护。
就是不要依赖它那样。
不要依赖它，你就当它不存在。
还
有你只管手脚并用。还有第三就是你，因为你有4肢嘛，尽量做到就是固定3点，移动1点。
固定3点，移动1点。OK，I graduate。办了。
来一边。过来吧。站住！ 到那个洞里面，往外面，右边。对了。
Bamboo raft is identical. What a picture, right? I have always too concerned about the digit of the RMB bills. Didn't realize that the backside of 20 bills is here.
Yes, we all look at the same thing, but see it differently.
Here in Lijiang.
This young Japanese man paid correct attention. He is one of those travelers who don't just wander aimlessly, but come to a place for a good cause, to assist one of his fellow countrymen, whose story has touched people not only back home in Japan, but also people here in Xinping County. Mr. Lin Kezhi isn't just another foreign owner of a hostel, but a highly respected Japanese resident of Xinping for the past 9 years. Since his early 30s, Lin has devoted most of his time to single-handed environmental volunteer work around Southeast Asia. After being in Nepal for 10 years, building a hydroelectronic power station, Lin came to Yunnan province and eventually landed in Yangshuo. He built his home-turned hostel residence and spent his days picking up litter and trash along the Li River, and even built a climbing path behind his house with his own money. These days, together with his Chinese wife, he's working on organizing a Clean Li River Day campaign with 60,000 people, of which 5,000 volunteers are coming from Japan to clean the river together. But when you ask the simple question, why are you doing all this? The answer is also quite simple. Because a cleaner river is just more beautiful. The bike tour from Yangshuo to Xinping and then to the town of Fuli is a classic route. Compared to West Street in Yangshuo, the old streets here are much quieter. They almost feel deserted. Life takes an even slower pace here. Follow his rhythm, and you will soon, maybe, learn to pick up its own beat.
I didn't know, like, besides Japanese, Dutch, even Swedish, we have our Xinping wooden shoes. Let me see if it's comfortable. They usually are.
Folk art is a special genre of art that Fuli people are proud of. Among the standard paper fan souvenir that sells everywhere in Yangshuo, the best are said to come from here.
Number 2, 这就是美哈斯杯，这个 number 1， number 2，
It's said Li River is its most beautiful when night falls, in a drizzle, or in a foggy morning, which means nearly every tourist has fair chance to catch her veiled beauty. Step into the postcard image of Li River, joining a Cameron night hunting tour is a standard but not to be missed touristy experience.
Has been hours, and it's not the most efficient labor force I have seen. I'm looking forward to my Yangshuo famous spear fish. And where's the fish?
Luckily, the boss only expects them to demonstrate a working spirit rather than to deliver satisfactory results.
Like I do today. This is a skirt from Zhuang minority, and few people know that in Yangshuo there's a huge collection directed by the same guy who did Hero and Staggering House. So if you want to dress up for a fancy night and posh night, this is the place to go.
You can see the boats.
Quite typical of this director. Whatever he does, guaranteed eye candy. For my taste, just needs a little bit vibe and action. Huh?
A pose?
Voila! What do you think? The messy hair? Maybe. Yeah, and the backpack? Maybe. And very friendly smile? Maybe. But has to be very narcissistic of you to wear a t-shirt like this, right? Look at me, look at me, look at me. But since it's painted by Chinese Picasso in West Street, so I'm probably gonna just hang out in my personal museum, which is my dining room. Nice, huh? West Street, Yangshuo, 205.
The world can be really small, but only Yangshuo could be big enough to accommodate everyone who calls it home. Only in Yangshuo can you find a former New York urban lifestyle writer and rock critic, turned semi-permanent Yangshuo resident, and yoga teacher. He created a place for China's new generation of stressed-out professionals looking for a relaxing break from the pace of modern life in the city. For travelers who want to do something more than just hit the standard tourist sites. Wu Center is a community-like academy started by a group of martial artists from the US, Israel, and of course China, offering courses in yoga, tai chi, Shaolin Kung Fu, plus Japanese and Israeli martial art forms. Students can live at the academy for anywhere from a week to several months, enjoying the comforts of India, Thailand, and China while following a rigorous 8-hour daily training schedule that thankfully includes a daily massage session. Why traditionally Chinese always keep the martial arts going with such a system that people train, study, even sleep and eat together?
It's more like guiding, not teaching. It's more like just be friend, and it's more like open your world. You give your students full-on map of how to act with other people. And if you want to achieve that in the right way, you just need to live with it and be with it.
Okay, how long have you stayed here together?
17 years.
17 years.
Start from today.
For most foreigners, Yangshuo is a slice of China's small-town life. But for many Chinese youngsters, the whole of Yangshuo is an English corner.
Everybody loves Yangshuo.
If you happen to run into a group of young Chinese speaking English to each other excitedly, it's a good bet they're from one of the dozens of English language schools in town, some of which even require students to speak English only while on campus, and of course, as much as in life.
Andy, I know you've been to Yangshuo last year, and then you came back and decided to stay.
Yeah. In the West Street, you can meet many people, say from the different countries
and places.
Like a little world.
Yeah.
I've never been in Yangshuo before, but I know West Street.
That's why you guys came here to study English.
Yeah.
How about you? You have been to Tibet?
Yes, 1 month in Tibet. I have go to the Namuchor, Lhasa, and Linzi, and Mount Everest.
Traveling has always been regarded as an efficient way of learning in Chinese tradition, and obviously, this group of young students haven't abandoned that. Traveling to Yangshuo and studying English made them even more curious about local indigenous culture. And culinary one is, of course, not something to be missed. It's time again to head back here, sharing stories of the day. For most people, including travelers and locals, the night cannot be properly wrapped up without swing by West Street.
Con una rosa sono venuto a te.
Yangshuo's nightlife is mostly that of a bar rather than a party scene. But not if you've met enough friends to make one of your own.
in this town in such a short time. They're saying in Yangshuo that there are no stranger in this town, more like friends you're about to meet. Thanks for watching Travelogue, but most importantly, come down here and join us. I'm Yanling, and bye-bye.
DOC could scream again, and bullets could reverse and Pac and Biggie breathe again. Then one day they could speak again. I wish that we only saw good news every time we look at CNN. I wish we could never get the blues. Wish I could bring back the people that died at 82. I wish that we could walk the path, stay doing the right thing.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know how they can do this every morning.